Reopening the nightmare. In 1987, after the infamous events of the first Freddy Fazbear's location, a new pizzeria opens with heavy PR about its upgraded security and family-safe protocols. With brand new animatronics, Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, Mangle, and Balloon Boy, the company hopes to restore its public image. Unbeknownst to the public, the new building is constructed over portions of the original structure, including old underground tunnels and a mysterious storage vault. The pizzeria might look new, but its foundations reek of buried trauma. The new guard, Jeremy Fitzgerald, a reserved but curious man struggling with past trauma, is hired as the night security guard. He's told his job is simple: monitor the animatronics from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m., avoid unnecessary movement, and keep the place secure. He notices strange gaps in his contract and cameras that face areas under renovation. His predecessor is said to have vanished after his 5th night. Jeremy starts on Monday night. His first shift is oddly quiet, but something feels off. Daytime smiles, nighttime screams. During the day, Jeremy observes kids playing joyfully while the animatronics perform like clockwork. Parents praise the staff and the facility. But by night, Jeremy sees Toy Chica turning to face the camera, even though he just saw her on stage. Toy Freddy disappears briefly, then reappears in another room. The facility's AI shows no errors. It's as if they're aware they're being watched. The phone guy's warning. Each night, Jeremy receives recorded training tapes from a friendly but cautious voice known as the phone guy. The messages start helpful, explaining the mechanics of the Freddy mask, flashlight, and wind-up music box. But by night 2, his tone shifts. He references strange behavior and mentions that the animatronics react to trauma. In one tape, he pauses, whispering, "If you see the old ones, don't run. Just be still." Shadows of the past. While investigating an unmonitored area, Jeremy finds a sealed room labeled Animatronic Archives. Inside, he uncovers broken-down models of the original Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, referred to as the Withered Ones. Their suits are torn, eyes cracked, and some parts are missing. A sticky note on Withered Bonnie reads, "Still active at night. Unpredictable." Suddenly, his flashlight flickers, and a withered Freddy mask briefly turns toward him. The puppet emerges. The music box that keeps the mysterious puppet dormant begins winding down faster than usual. When it runs out, Jeremy sees it rise from its box, its long limbs jerking like a marionette possessed. It seems to avoid the cameras and drift silently. Unlike others, it doesn't pursue him but lingers, watching. Jeremy begins to dream of it standing over children's graves. Withered awakenings. As the nights progress, the original animatronics, now called the Withered Ones, begin roaming. Their programming is fragmented, and they behave more violently than the toy counterparts. They disable lights and short-circuit doors. Jeremy hides behind a Freddy head to confuse them, but Withered Bonnie seems to sense him anyway. They aren't driven by code, they're driven by rage. The kid behind the mask. Jeremy finds a drawing on the wall of a child in a Freddy mask, crying blood. Later, in the monitor feed, he sees a small, shadowy child wandering the hallways, wearing the same mask. The child vanishes when approached. Phone Guy's tape warns, sometimes what you see isn't real, but it's trying to tell you something. Night 3, Chaos Unleashed. Night 3 descends into chaos. The toys and withereds are active simultaneously, sometimes clashing in the halls. Mangle crawls through the vents. Balloon Boy disables Jeremy's flashlight. To survive, Jeremy must balance winding the puppet's music box, wearing the Freddy mask to trick the toys, and shining lights to repel the withered. It's a desperate juggling act. At one point, he sees the puppet staring into the office but doesn't enter. Bite of 87. Through recovered footage and Jeremy's hallucinations, we see the bite of 87 in full. During a birthday party, Mangle suddenly snaps and lunges at a child, ripping in her head in front of screaming parents. It's revealed that the child survived, but was brain dead. The company hushed the event and reset Mangle's AI, blaming faulty engineering. But some believe the soul of the child was absorbed by the animatronic. Jeremy realizes this happened in the very same main room. Marionette's memory, the puppet, now fully active, leads Jeremy into a vision of its past. In a haunting dreamlike state, Jeremy sees 5 children lured away by a man in a yellow bunny suit. Their bodies were hidden inside the original animatronics. The puppet cradles their spirits as if mourning. The memory ends with the children's shadows screaming, "Free us!" Springtrap in the shadows. Jeremy finds an unlisted tunnel that leads to a lower chamber. There, behind grates, he sees a decayed rabbit-shaped animatronic staring silently. Springtrap, though motionless, its presence is suffocating. Jeremy begins having night terrors where Springtrap walks toward him, whispering in Afton's voice. He suspects the killer's soul may still be inside. Afton files. Inside a hidden hard drive, Jeremy finds logs from a technician named Vanessa. She documents experiments involving Remnant, a molten soul essence extracted from animatronics. She references William Afton, warning he discovered how to live forever in the code. The logs end with a corrupted file marked glitch_trap.exe. Blood memory. Jeremy now sees ghostly children walking the halls, glitching in and out of view. When he puts on the Freddy mask, he hears their whispers, pleading to be freed. He realizes the animatronics aren't evil by design. They're possessed, broken beings seeking peace, trapped by Afton's manipulation and the Remnant binding them. Fifth night, breakdown. Night 5 begins with a power grid failure. The lights blink rapidly. Music boxes fail. Animatronics pour into the office. Jeremy uses every tool he has: flashlight bursts, audio lures, and hiding under the Freddy mask. The puppet appears not to attack, but to shield him. It mouths the basement. Mangle's attack. As Jeremy crawls into the lower levels, Mangle chases him through the ventilation ducts. Its movements are feral, spider-like. Jeremy traps Mangle using the maintenance door crush mechanism, but gets injured. Bleeding, he reaches a hidden vault, lined with old animatronic parts, secret blueprints, and the remnants of the old Freddy suit. Face of the killer. Within the vault, Jeremy discovers the animatronic repair chair, stained with blood and surgical tools. Suddenly, Springtrap comes to life, no longer just a shell, but a fusion of William Afton's soul and circuitry. It says only, "It's always been me." Springtrap attacks, forcing Jeremy to fight using electricity and burning oil to escape. Puppet sacrifice. As Jeremy tries to flee, Springtrap corners him. The puppet appears and wraps its limbs around Springtrap, pulling wires and forcing both into the central core. It ignites a fire, destroying the lower level. In that moment, Jeremy sees the spirits of the children lift upward. One turns to him and smiles. "Thank you." Aftermath files. Authorities blame faulty wiring for the fire. The pizzeria is shut down indefinitely. Jeremy resigns and disappears from the spotlight. In a final encounter, Vanessa visits him at a diner and says, "You stopped that one, but they always come back. Be ready." She leaves him with a USB drive, labeled Fazbear Protocol 3.0, glitch in the code. In a post-credits scene, a digital security system reboots. A familiar eye, pixelated in purple, flashes on screen. Text scrolls across, initiating glitch trap integration followed by "Hello, new player." The camera zooms into a corrupted Freddy mask, twitching to life. A new thread is just beginning.